what is the correct way to pronounce your stage name?
T7. The regular letter T and number 7, T7.
Do people mispronounce this?
No. Kind of simple.
Do people misspell it?
Nah.
And no space between T or 7?
Nah, just T7.
And do you accept any abbreviations of this stage name of yours?
What you mean?
Like, do you prefer people call you something short instead of T7?
I mean, people like that know me call me 7 instead of T7 and shit like that, but other than that, yeah, they call me T7.
And do you have a preference, whether you're called by the abbreviation or the full stage name?
Nah, it don't matter as long as my name getting heard anyway. I don't give a fuck.
Now, is there a meaning behind that number 7 for your stage name?
Yeah.
And care to share what that is?
7 a lucky number, and that was my number when I played football.
And care to share what position that was that you played?
I played safety.
And care to share when you did play?
I played all the way up until I was like 12th grade, yeah. My last year of high school.
And care to share the name of that school?
I played for this private school called Northwest Christian, yeah. Excuse me.
And was there any thoughts on furthering that football career of yours back then?
Yeah.
What ended up happening?
Shit, life. Shit, it wasn't nothing really too, you know what I'm saying? But at the end, it didn't work out.
Just curious why.
Shit going on. And I just really, like, at the time, when I stopped playing, I just really kind of, me doing it so long, I kind of lost a love for it. So it was just like I wanted to do something new.
And just for further clarification here, did you graduate that high school?
Yeah, for sure.
Just didn't play that last year?
Nah, I played the last year.
Okay, you did play the last year.
Yeah.
Now, did you get any offers?
Nah, I got like interest letters, and I think I had like 2 visits in college and shit like that. But it wasn't never really. That's why I really ain't even, you know what I'm saying, really jump on it, because it wasn't nothing really. You feel me? But it ain't had nothing to do with talent though. That shit was more so on, you know what I'm saying, the politics side. It wasn't nothing to do with my talent.
And speaking of politics, looking back on how everything's played out, on the football side of things, do you wish you would have done anything different?
Yeah. I would have, I wouldn't do nothing different. I wouldn't do nothing, because it was like, the path I went on with playing football, it was good, but it just like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had the right people in my corner when it came down to that type of shit, like getting my, you feel me, my film put out there, my film sent to coaches and shit. So, no, I wouldn't do nothing different though.
And the reason for that question is there may be some in a similar position as you and trying not to make that mistake when it comes to politics and things of that nature with football.
My message to them is, man, do that shit yourself. Nigga. Go make your own tape, go make your own film, get that shit and send that shit out yourself. Because when it come down on, they gonna pick faces and shit like that. So go get your shit done yourself. You gotta put in the work yourself. That's all I tell you. For real, for real.
For those in the audience, getting to know you for the very first time, care to share where you were born?
I was born in Miami, Florida, Liberty City.
And care to share where you were raised as well?
Same place, born and raised.
You mentioned Liberty City. Does it get any more specific than that?
Not really.
At what ages were you raised in Liberty City for?
What age I was raised?
What ages? Was there an age range, perhaps?
Nah, I've been living out my whole life.
And still reside in Liberty City today?
Yeah.
And care to share your current age as well?
I'm 21, just turned 21. August 16th, Leo gang.
Now, up until this moment, what's that really like? What's that really been like growing up in Liberty City?
Normal childhood, shit. Normal, really. Like, I ain't really, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own story, so. But it wasn't never really, like, you know what I'm saying, normal problems and shit like that. But I had a normal childhood. Like, I had, I got a lot of siblings and shit, so it was fun for me, really, and my family. we was just, you know what I'm saying, having a normal life. I ain't really nothing.
Care to share how many siblings exactly?
I think I got like 9.
And what? Brothers, sisters?
I got, damn, hold on. I got 4 sisters. And, no, I got 5 sisters. And, damn. 5 sisters. And I got 5 brothers. I'm tripping. It's more than 9.
And how many same mother, same father as you?
I got 7 with the same mama, same daddy, and my old boy got 2, and my mama got 1.
And of those 7, same mother and father,
Yeah.
Where are you on that ladder age-wise?
I'm the oldest out of everybody.
Got it. Now, what was the top point for you during your upbringing in Liberty City? What was your highest point or most positive moment for you growing up?
I don't know. Shit, ain't nothing positive. It wasn't. Shit ain't start getting positive until I start popping my shit. So I don't really even know. I guess my highest point is right now. So ain't really nothing.
Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, what was the bottom point for you during your upbringing in Liberty City? What was your lowest point or most negative moment growing up in that area as well?
I can say probably when my grandma died. Yeah, that was a low point for me. I ain't want to really even do nothing. That's one of the reasons I stopped playing football for real. So, yeah, I'll say that.
Now, was this a grandmother on the mother's side of your family?
Yeah, that was my mama, yeah.
And do you remember the last correspondence you had with her before she passed?
It was crazy. I ain't even talked to her for like, I want to say like a week before she died. She was in the hospital. I ain't even called. Because when she went to the hospital for, it wasn't even really nothing that serious. Like, we thought she just went there because like her breathing was messed up, but kind of found out she had heart failure. So I ain't really talked to her. Yeah, I ain't really talked to her.
But that last correspondence you had with her, do you remember what that was? Was that a physical conversation? Was that text?
Yeah, it was
FaceTime?
We was all at her house. I think she was making I forgot. I think she was cooking something, and there just was a lot of us over there and stuff like that.
Now, how were you notified she had passed?
It was crazy. I kind of like, I don't know. I had a feeling all day that day. Like it was a bullshit ass day the whole day. So I woke up. You know, it was a normal day at school. I woke up. Everybody at my house. I'm like, what the fuck going on? So nobody really saying nothing though. But you know, I'm legit. So I just went to school. But that whole day, like I just was feeling down. Like you ask my friends and teachers, they asked me what's wrong with shit. I ain't even know. I just was feeling like, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't really feel like I want to feel like myself. But I think when I got home, my old girl picked me up. I kind of seen it in her face. Something wrong, like it wasn't. Yeah, something wrong. I kind of seen it in her face.
Now, did you say previously what age this was when this took place or what grade you were in at the time?
I think I was like in the 7th grade. 7th or 6th grade, so I probably was like 12, 13, one of them.
And what middle school was that you were attending back in those days?
Miami Springs Middle.
Now, what was your grandmother really like?
You know what I'm saying? Fun lady, man. She knew how to cook. You know what I'm saying? You want to come around. She was a lovely person to be around, like big-hearted. You know what I'm saying? If you come around and she gonna make sure you good, make sure you smile, make sure everybody good. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have a favorite dish she cooked?
Everything, man. Oh, my mama learned how to cook. My grandma. Yeah, everything she cooked.
Was there something that just sticks to your mind, just even the thought of her cooking?
Just, you saying like a Pacific meal I would like?
Yeah, a meal or a dish or...
Damn, I'm trying to think. Anything, man. Everything, like no, not the gas, but like my grandma know how to cook, man. So anything, man. She can make me some motherfucking hot dogs and poker beans. I don't give a fuck. Shit was good as hell. I was eating it.
Now, do you have a favorite memory of her you'd like to share with the audience today?
Yeah, but I I ain't gonna say it. My little brother might get hot at me, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it. Yeah, it was she took all us fishing and shit. Yeah.
Now, what's the best advice you received from her? Or most important thing you learned being around her?
Being myself. Like, she always told me, like, man, like, yeah. That's why I'm kind of like, I ain't no follower, like, because she always told me, like, man, you know, you got your brothers and sisters. You don't need no goddamn friends and shit like that. So she made me comfortable with being me.
And for clarification, was that advice you were given or something you learned being around her?
She told me, I don't know.
Now, did she have a chance to see the music side of things?
Nah, not really. Everybody knew me playing football and being athletic and shit like that.
What do you think she would think that you're not doing football any longer?
Nah, my grandma was alive, I'll still be playing football. No doubt about it, but she probably, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know. I can't really even answer that, but I know she would have not made me, but I would have been more focused on football and shit like that.
Was that her favorite sport by any chance?
Nah, I don't even know what her favorite sport was, but I know, like, she came to most of all my games and shit like that, so.
Anything else you want to mention about your grandmother or question you weren't asked people want to know about her?
No, man, I really see, you know what I'm saying? Lovely lady. God bless her dad. I love her forever.
Now, mentally, has this been something you sought any professional help over?
Like, did I go to therapy or counseling?
Yes, like a mental health professional of some sort?
Nah, man, I just, you know what I'm saying? You do that shit in your room, by yourself.
Why not? Some people do.
To each his own. Like, I ain't knocking nobody who went to therapy, but, like, coming from where I come from, like, nobody don't really, shit get normal. I ain't gonna say my grandma definitely normalized, but losing people is normalized where I'm from, so I don't think, me personally, I never knew nobody who went to therapy for losing somebody.
Be that as it may, do you want any professional help with either her death or other deaths, you may have experienced in your life?
I don't think I need none, really. Nah.
Just curious there. Now, you did use the phrase God here. Do you follow a religion by any chance?
Like Christianity and shit?
That's an example of religion, yes.
But
doesn't have to be that particular religion.
No, I just believe in one God.
And why that for you? There are some that follow religion. There are some that don't.
I mean, I'm really not, I don't know, I'm really not, I'm in tune with God, like I know, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not really in tune with that side, but I need to get, you know what I'm saying, but I ain't really in tune with that.
Be that as it may, were you raised to follow religion?
Like, I'm gonna try to, like, keep us in church every other Sunday and stuff like that, but nah, not really. It wasn't necessarily pushed onto me, nah.
Just curious there. Okay, now back to the subject of your upbringing. A few more questions here. Now, how were you able to survive that upbringing in Liberty City? Because there are some that don't make it.
Just, like, I wasn't no kid who was in the streets and shit like that, like, you know what I'm saying, but I just went to school, you know what I'm saying, like I had a normal childhood. I went to school and shit, played football. It was kind of, you know what I'm saying, everyday struggles, like, you know what I'm saying, but I wasn't in the streets and had nobody, you know what I'm saying, but, you know, it was cool. I was out the way. I was always, like, a cool kid. Like, I wasn't really know, you know what I'm saying, so, yeah, it was great. Didn't
know if there was a key in particular or a secret to your survival.
Nah, ain't really no secret. Just my shit. What I say is, like, fool, like, you gonna, like, all you gotta do is be yourself, and if people don't respect you, fuck them. So it's like, I was just always being myself. I wasn't trying to be no big tough guy and shit like that. I wasn't, and I'm gonna tell you, like, I ain't on that. So I want to rephrase that. I'm not gonna say I ain't on that because I can get, but it's just like, I'm cool. Like, I'm just trying to get money. We vibing. We ain't into that other shit. Man, fuck the bullshit. We on this road right here.
Now, there are some people who say things like, don't know if I'll make it to see the age of 18. Or 21, for example, which you just turned. Did you have any of these thoughts yourself growing up in Liberty City?
I mean, you know, anything, you don't have to be, if you surrounded by that shit, like, it could be like, you know, it's kids that lose their life at a young age from them just being surrounded by or their, you know, upbringing, and they ain't got nothing to do with what they doing. So, you know, it's a possibility for anybody when you growing up where you know what I'm saying, if it's hard where you growing up, but no, I ain't never really had that thought. Not really, because I wasn't really thinking about that. Like.
And be that as it may, knowing what you know now, hypothetically speaking, what would you have said to your younger self back then, if anything?
Lock the fuck in. Because when I was, you know what I'm saying, like, and I ain't never really understood till now, because it's like, when you in the moment and you in the present, like, shit that you supposed to think about, you don't really think about because there's shit going on constantly. So, like, I wish I'd lock the fuck in and just, you know what I'm saying, just stay focused and shit like that. Don't let that little shit distract me.
Anything else you want to mention about your upbringing or a question you weren't asked? People want to know about that.
No, not really.